You know what? After months of trying to say that I'm not a modest Pelican clone, today we're just going to fully embrace it and play some Hitman 2. We got some new additions. Björn van den Hatter, Ghost Warrior 38 and Ra. Thank you very much for being top tier Voiy Bois, my friends. So I drop into this white suburban neighbourhood that absolutely reeks of Bluetooth earpieces, Range Rovers and Live Laugh Love. The biggest crime this place has seen in the last 10 years was the famous October 2014 case of Milan's missing pumpkin spice latte. Nah, obviously I'm kidding. This is a rich white neighbourhood. I'm sure they're all doing shady business behind closed doors. As far as for the outfit today, I've gone with the suburban suit, which I don't really understand why it's called the suburban suit, because to me, those leather gloves scream I cover up shady business for the government. My assassination targets for today were Janus, aka the guy from Up, who also has a dodgy past with the Soviet Union, and his security man Nolan Cassidy, who looks like his favourite category on educational adult websites is definitely amateur teen. I try doing rich white guy things to blend in with everyone, like taking care of my garden, listen to somebody chew my ear off about politics, get tempted to jump in the well and end it all because my wife left me for some younger Hispanic guy and took the kids with her, spend an inappropriate amount of time in a playground while being a grown adult without accompanying a child, and tried to get myself back on the market by joining this guy and girl for a picnic and seeing if he wants me to dog his girl. I mean, I thought the likeliness of him being a cuck was pretty high, as he's wearing a sun visor sports cap while being completely bald on top, defeating the entire purpose of the cap. Who told him this was a good look? He literally looks like a testicle in a chassis. I didn't get them to formally consent to anything just yet, but we'll stop by their window a little bit later today and see what's going on. We still, however, had an assassination on, and Nolan Cassidy's house was right by. So after cooling down in the freezer to regulate body temperature, I found a spare guard uniform and made my way into the house. Once in the home, I head straight for the oven, because Agent 47's favourite hobby is stovetop analysis. And let me tell you, this one looks like a top-of-the-range Smeg dual fuel stainless steel. Naturally, I wanted to see how this bad boy burns, but I have a huge lapse of judgment, forgetting that literally 2 minutes earlier, I started a gas leak at this exact oven. So I blew up the entire house with an accidental suicide, but I did however achieve my target of assassinating Nolan Cassidy. So a bit of a win-loss there, but hey, what can you do? Life's a roller coaster. Occasionally, someone's going to blow themselves up, causing others a lot of pain, and on the off chance, it won't be intentional. Now, knowing that trying to lure Nolan in to cook some pasta is a bad strategy to assassinate him, I grab some insecticide, let this guard know that I'm the alpha male here by not moving off the path and making him go around me, and in what can only be described as a huge revenge story for every single bug that has had a family member killed by insecticide, I whack it in the humidifier, turn on the humidifier, and wow. That's a lot more people knocked out by this poison than I was anticipating. The entire household right now looks like they've just had a drink with Bill Cosby. Let's hope frat boys and jocks don't figure out this humidifier insecticide method, because this is way more efficient at knocking out gulls than roofing their drinks. Obviously, the one time I poison the entire household, Nolan Cassidy is just chilling outside. So I do the humane thing here. Snap all the necks of everyone that's knocked out inside, creating a horrifying murder scene for Nolan to walk back in on. And what do you know? The geezer's a bit wet, so as soon as he walks back in, seeing one dead body, he and the rest of his boys retreat upstairs into a lovely kitted out double bedroom where they proceed to plan what they're going to do. They're all clearly pretty scared, I mean as you would be, coming home and finding your entire crew dead on the floor and not a single asshole unscathed. But I grow impatient with them being massive vaginas, so I hurl a Monster Energy can at Nolan's head, and then finish once I take out the other two guards surrounding him. No, literally, I finished after knocking them out. It's an extreme fetish that I've been to therapy for multiple times, but no one can figure out why I finish when seeing someone knocked out. It does, however, give me 2 reasons though to look forward to a UFC fight card. With all 3 knocked out, I attempt to finish one of the guards as I need a new change of underwear, by caving in his head with a fire extinguisher. However, this man's skull is literally made out of bedrock from Minecraft. It's indestructible. So I show him the respect he deserves by dumping him in a closet and keeping him alive, because a forehead that powerful needs to be valued by humanity and kept around. Now it was time to figure out how to finish off a knocked out Nolan. And thinking back to my childhood, my dad would often throw me off the stair balcony because apparently I should have been an abortion. He always had the best banter, but it was time to take that banter into real-world practice and chuck Nolan off the stair balcony. This was, however, unsuccessful. He broke his arm, wrist, ribs and leg, but no neck and no brain damage severe enough to kill him off. So I thought second time's the charm, tried once again, but this time he just ended up getting stuck behind some cardboard boxes. This really did help me admire the people that killed Jeffrey Epstein. Making it look like someone committed suicide is a lot harder than it seems. Disappointingly, Nolan was genuinely stuck and I couldn't move him no matter how hard I tried. Agent 47, an elite assassin who can bypass high-tech security, but is bamboozled by cardboard boxes. I have to do this one the old-fashioned way and just whip out the screwdriver, placing it directly between his eyes. Not the way I wanted to do it, but hey, at least we had our fun with him dropping him off the stair balcony. With Nolan out the way, it was now time to take care of the old man Janus. But first, after a lot of murder, Agent 47 was feeling rather peckish. Would you look at that? A local, family-run muffin business. These were fucking delicious, and exactly what we needed to give us the energy required to go and assassinate an 86-year-old man. But obviously, when I was about to leave, I couldn't help but do a good old-fashioned Sam Pepper social experiment. No, don't worry, I'm not gonna inappropriately touch a woman. I'm just gonna throw a muffin at this estate agent's face and see what happens. And unsurprisingly, it didn't knock him out, but this is just good information to have when going into an assassination. I slip into Janice's garden because there's a massive gap in the fence, which I'll be sure to let him know about when I'm assassinating him, because being on neighbourhood watch is something I value and we wouldn't want Janice's petunias to go missing. His guards look way more hip than I do, like it's 35 degrees Celsius and the sun is beaming and I'm over here in a lab coat. While these guys just get to rep shorts, sandals and sunglasses, the single most popular outfit among men in their 40s that definitely screams I have 2 inches and will disappoint you. And any ex-girlfriend of mine knows that that sums me up to a T, so I've got to don that disguise. Knocking this guy out with a muffin, and bam, there I am, ready for an AA meeting. I slip through the front door and make sure to stay away from Janus and his right-hand man for now, because they'll definitely get a little sus if I get too close. While investigating the house for possible weapons, I then get an unexpected confidence boost.
Looking sharp.
There's nothing quite like another heterosexual man complimenting you, but not making eye contact so you know his intentions are pure. He then unfortunately undoes this compliment because he gets extremely aggro at me when I try and pour myself a glass of tea. It's a hot summer's day, I'm pretty parched, and I've got murders to commit. Nobody can tell me, a British man, I can't pour some fucking tea. I'm really proud of myself for how I handled that. Usually I would have lashed out in anger and taken it out on myself, but this time I flipped the script. I continue to search the house and get fascinated by how far video games have come. When Agent 47 stands on the scale, the number increases. However, the number does concern me slightly. Americans traditionally use pounds as their measurement. The number is clearly 470. Are you telling me that Agent 47 weighs 470 pounds? Damn, my boy must have a f***ing wagon underneath those trousers. I make my way with my newfound massive arse down the stairs, and wow, I have never seen something so disrespectful in my entire life. How could you possibly have a flag like the Soviet Union in your basement and let it get covered in cobwebs? How could you possibly have a flag as beautiful as this, waking up to it every morning and saluting, singing the Soviet national anthem, and not be keeping it clean? I fully understand now why we're assassinating Janus. Upstairs, I managed to locate Janus's room. Disappointingly, there was no Soviet apparel to be found. There was, however, an oxygen tank and a concerning pack of cigarettes. If you need oxygen, you probably shouldn't be smoking, so I do the responsible thing here and replace that pack of cigarettes with an empty pack. It doesn't matter if the geezer is in his 80s, I can still look out for his health. All in all, there isn't really too much interesting stuff upstairs, but I do, however, manage to attract his right-hand man up there and then knock him out using a muffin and my fist. I appreciate the exaggerated fall on the muffin, it really made me feel good about my throwing skills. However, the punch to the liver was indeed necessary to secure the knockout. Apple in hand, red cashmere robe on, it was time for Janus to be taken out. I didn't really have a plan, but then I remembered Captain Price's wise words when playing Call of Duty 4. Flashbang through the door. So I flashbanged him, hopefully giving him some PTSD of his Soviet days, then knocked him out with a muffin. So what did I now do with an 86-year-old Russian man knocked out on the garage floor? Well, as you can guess, intercourse was off the cards. Not because of his age, I've seen some spicy 80+ mamacitas in my life, but simply because I would be concerned about his breathing problems. And an oxygen tank in the bedroom is only convenient for when you're knocking someone out, not sustaining their oxygen levels. So I dragged him out of the garage and through the neighbourhood in what I can perceive as not the first time a lifeless foreign corpse had been dragged through this rich white streets. Some people were a little bit concerned about my plans, but I managed to switch them round quite quickly using conservative socialism methods. I was unsure as to what I was going to do with his knocked out body, but it was then at the end of the street that I found a gold mine, the garbage truck. I politely asked the people around the garbage truck if they would mind me putting his body in there, explaining that he was a Russian and not American, and they were totally cool with it. So I whacked him in there, put on the compression, and he was done for. Mr. Janus had been assassinated. Mission accomplished. I had rid this neighbourhood of a non-American, and things could finally go back to normal. If you want to see more Hitman, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below. A big thank you as always to those of you who have clicked the join button and become a member of the channel. Thank you for watching, I appreciate you guys as always, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye. I just want to give a huge shout out to my motherload Voiy Bois and above, Gerardo Cruz, Wolves of Valhalla, Björn van den Hatter, Charlie Waldock, Ghost Warrior 38, and RThree. Thank you guys for your support.